Well, the U.S. carries out yet another drone strike in eastern Afghanistan, killing at least 25 people. The attack took place in Nangarhar province. Local officials say the strike killed Taliban militants. U.S. air raids in Afghanistan have long been a bone of contention between the two governments. Washington says the strikes target militants, but many civilians have lost their lives in the air raids. Well, our correspondent Faz Khurshid joins us now from the Afghan capital Kabul with the latest. Faz.
Badia, the battle continues in eastern Afghanistan on the border with Pakistan, particularly in the Achin district of Nangarhar. It's the main stronghold of Daesh Takfiris now, and Afghan forces continue to fight against them. The U.S. commanders have also launched several drone strikes in that part of this country. At this stage, we understand that around 25 Daesh Takfiris have been killed by the U.S. Drone operation. It has been confirmed by Afghan authorities there. Yes, when it comes to drone operations in this country, it has been often a bone of contention between Kabul and Washington. But if to local officials now in the east and also in the south, it doesn't matter whether terrorists are killed by their forces or by Americans. But when such strikes cause civilian casualties, people come to the streets and start chanting slogans against the U.S. military involvement. It remains to be a very sensitive issue in this country.
As you mentioned, Faz, the issue of drone strikes has been a major bone of contention for years with the United States. What has been the different approach between the government of Ashraf Ghani with regards to the drone strikes and the previous administration of Afghanistan?
Well, we see a big change between the approach of Hamid Karzai and the new president of Afghanistan, Ashraf Ghani Ahmadzai, when it comes to the U.S. military involvement in this country. At that time, when Hamid Karzai was the president of this country, civilian casualties at the hands of U.S. airstrikes were very high. Therefore, Hamid Karzai was strongly opposed to these air operations. Now we see that civilian casualties have decreased, but yes, it doesn't mean that people are not opposed to drone strikes. Ashraf Ghani Ahmadzai doesn't sound opposed to these operations. He believes that he needs the airstrikes of Americans to target the hideouts of Taliban insurgents and other terrorist groups that have started operating in this country. So I think that there is a tacit agreement between the two sides that such airstrikes should continue in this country for years to come.
All right. Thank you very much, Faz Khurshid, our correspondent joining us from the Afghan capital, Kabul.